Next up, in Chapter 3 of Mastering Meditation, we'll be talking about preparing your body for and then actually getting into your seated position that you'll be holding for your meditation session. With one of the main goals here is to be sitting very still. If you remember back when he was going over his 8 steps to becoming adept or your own meditative master, right? Step number 2 was sitting very still. And so depending on how much importance you want to put on that, which personally I do because I like to stay still and then also be comfortable, I like to actually lie down or be reclined when I meditate. And now basically everybody says don't do that. There's a lot of problems with it. Chief among them being, at least in my opinion, is it drastically increases the chances of you falling asleep. But then again, the main time I meditate is at night when I'm going to bed. So I'm trying to fall asleep and get to stage 1 of sleep and do my whole hypnagogic meditation thing. But he actually brings up a pretty good point in here about why that's not really ideal. But anyway, let's hop on in. So when it comes to preparing your body to get ready to meditate, he recommends stretching. And of course, there's a lot of good reasons to do that, right? Stretch out, kind of see how your body's feeling, if you'll be able to sit comfortably without having your back hurt or something that like happens to me all the time. What's up, Mr. Catman? But also, interestingly, is he recommends that when you stretch, particularly for this, he recommends holding your breath as you do it, because he said it's supposed to help to, stretch you internally better because you're not so much focusing on the muscles. Thought that was a neat point he threw in there. And then when it comes to his stretching technique, he just gives one quick example in here. So you can do the one where like you fold one leg in, you stick the other leg out as you're seated on the ground and you like grab your foot like that. So he recommends to do that. And then as you're doing that stretch and you're grabbing your foot, that's when you do your breath hold. Then after that, you switch legs, right? Bring the other leg in, stick the other leg out, hold that one, stretch as you hold your breath as long as you can comfortably. And then after doing the other leg, then you put both legs out, grab your toes, hold your breath, and stretch like that. He recommends doing at least 3 rounds of that. And then when it comes to actually sitting, he does bring up some other cool things. So you know how you have the classic lotus position, which I cannot do. I can do half lotus kind of, but I definitely find it to be uncomfortable. But he points out how one of the good reasons why they would do that is it puts gentle pressure against the aorta in each leg, which slows circulation in the legs, leaving less work for your heart, which is a pretty cool example on perhaps why it is that they do that. So I thought that was neat. He also points out how, if that's an uncomfortable position, don't be wasting too much time trying to stretch and, maybe get there at some point down the road, but don't focus too much on it. He says it's much more important to be focusing on this whole resonant breathing thing, right? Trying to get your breath rate down to, at most 7 breaths a minute, hopefully, even slower than that. So he does say sitting in a chair or on a bed can be good. And how he also points out too how it can be beneficial to have your hips a little bit higher than your knees. This is something I cover when I do like office ergonomic trainings for work and stuff like that. When your hips are above your knees, it allows you to engage your hips a lot more to help you find that neutral spine position, as opposed to if your knees are above your hips, it's going to naturally kind of make you want to like slouch and curl, and then that's going to mess with your with the freeness of your ribs. And so the freeness of the ribs is the main thing he gets at here, which is why lying down is not ideal, because he wants you to have your ribs be completely free on all sides, right? When I'm lying down, obviously, my back is against the bed, so I can only expand really, forward and then to the sides. So that's why they don't sit with backrests, which I thought was really neat. He recommends so you can put like a pillow, kind of like I have over here, down towards your sacrum to kind of help prop you up and get your spine a bit higher. And yeah, that's it. Oh, something else here too. So if you're sitting on like a cushion or something too, when you're sitting down there trying to find your position, you can kind of rock back and forth a little bit to kind of find that nice balance point. Once you get that good, you can kind of rock side to side a little bit, find that nice balance point. And then for your head, you can kind of rock that thing back and forth and in circles until you find that nice balance point. And then find a comfortable position that you feel that you can hold and stay very still as you sit there. Or just do what I do, lie down or recline. And works good enough for me. So anyway, that's it. and give it a try. Pretty self-explanatory, I think, actually. I was gonna like sit down on the floor and try to demonstrate it for you guys, but yeah, nah, screw that. So anyway, that's it. Until the next video, keep your meditation practice legit.